What's going on with my folks, man? Today's video is going to be about some more things that I learned from my range trip, my outdoor range trip, and just range tips in general that I can give out. Don't know what I'm gonna call this video, but let's get into it after the intro. All right, so number one thing that I want to teach and give out today is make sure you cleaning your stuff. I've been seeing a mixed multitude of answers on what to do with your gear, you know, whether it's I clean it every range trip or I just lube it up and keep going because it's a Glock or it's an AK. And listen, y'all, Glocks, AKs, scars, they break down. Just the degradation of materials and constant rubbing of metals and polymers and stuff needs lubrication, it needs cleaning, and it needs maintenance. These things will not run forever. You can watch any burn down of any pistol or any torture test. They have Glocks failing, they have AKs failing. I know people are like, oh, it's blasphemy. I've ran my Glock for 100 million rounds and it's never failed once and I still hold zero. Shut up. You know, stuff fails. So clean your stuff, lube your stuff, make sure it works, check and function, you know, all that stuff. Number two, break in your new parts. Now I learned this part personally because I had this slide release on my Glock that I just put on there. I had one that was extended, one that wasn't. The one that wasn't, I couldn't really feel it. So when I was going to present, sometimes I was when I was pressing into it, it was actually engaging and the slide would lock back. And I'm like, why is this doing this? That's not my ammo. And I realized that it was not my thumb placement, because my thumb placement is normal. It's just because I couldn't tactile feel that enhanced raised groove, I guess. And so what happened is I couldn't feel it, so I didn't have that indexing point, so I was just pushing in harder and I ended up engaging it a couple times, and that's what happened. So I ended up changing it out, and the new one definitely needed to be broken in. I don't know if it has like a burr or an edge, it's just too hard or something, but I ended up filing it down and it worked fine for me after that. Also after that, once I broke that in, my other Glock, I ended up Loctiting the screws, and then I took them out, and then I didn't properly clean the threads, and then I ended up like pushing blue Loctite residue, I guess you could say, into the actual groove where the extractor liner thing goes, and I ended up having stoppages because my extractor hook couldn't go all the way out because it didn't have enough pressure, because it was actually getting bound up and stuck. So I had two really big malfunctions and major I guess you could say stoppages or things that was stopping my Glocks from running at an early stage, and I didn't know why. So I figured those out. Then I was like, I just need to break them in. And then the other one was out of commission for the whole range trip. I was pretty sorry about that, but the other one I was like, yeah, I can I can fix this right now. Change it out. Excuse me. And play. So I ended up changing that out, and it worked fine after that. I just had to, like, mentally, now I have to put on all of my Glocks an extended slide catch, slide release. So no biggie really. It's like a $12 part or something like that, $10 part, probably less than that. But yeah, I definitely had to break it in because it was still a little stiff, and my thumb was getting a little sore from rubbing it. And I'm like, man, what's the other one? The other one, I've used it so much that I'm rubbing off the paint on that mug. So, you know, random thought though, let me know when y'all got y'all plate carriers on, y'all got y'all bungee in, are y'all bungeeing up these? I always leave one, you know, just in case I need to pop that thing in there real quick, but let me know how y'all running y'all's y'all bungee. Anyways, number 3, confirm your zero on target. So what that means is you have your dope, usually your data on previous engagement from your last encounters, your last shooting, your last yardage of shooting, whatever, and then you know your zero. So what you want to do if you're going to run a drill or something like that, you want to basically confirm your zero on new targets, and then you want to make sure that you're still sighted in where you thought you were. So for instance, if I confirm my zero at 15 yards, right, and I'm shooting out to 30, 45, 70, whatever, I want to make sure that my zero is still at 15 yards, so that way I can appropriately hold the zero on my red dot, and I can use my height over bore, whatever. Like if you're using something like the ACSS reticle, has the ranging reticle, so if you're going out to distance, you have to confirm your zero at that distance that you zeroed it at, whether that be 50 yards, 35 yards, whatever, so that way you can know your appropriate holds and where the bullet's going to land when you shoot. Makes sense? Makes sense. I know that because I actually took this death grip tripod out to distance for a little bit, and I knew that I had to hold, because they made it such a stable platform, I knew I had to hold my reticle at certain distances, and I had to think, what's my zero when I'm holding it. So that actually came into play for me personally. Even though it's just general range tips and trips, I just want to give you guys some things to think about. Also, number 4, bringing extra ammo. So let's say that you'll never use more than, we'll say, 300 rounds at the range of all your calibers. Let's say you bring 2 different calibers, 9mm, 5.56, just to use the 2 most common. And then let's say for each of them you have about 150 rounds, and you're like, I'll never use more than 200. Bring 300, because you never know how fast you'll be shooting. You never know if one ammo type will be bad, or one batch will be bad, or what. You never know. Also, try to bring more than one caliber if you can, because that'll give a chance for you to oscillate between the 2 and basically let one cool down while you're shooting the other. You don't want to just shoot one until it's too hot to hold, and then you have to switch. You want to shoot one, maybe take a break, boom, switch it out. And then, like I said, I brought multiple pistols, and I had some of them that was just out of commission for the whole range trip. So you never know when that'll happen. So you want to bring extras, and not only ammo, but bring extra pistols if you can, or extra rifles, whatever. Bring extra stuffs than what you think you need. If you think you'll only need 2 mags, bring 3, bring 4, because you never know, a mag could die. These are expendable items. I know people will be like, the mag pull's the best, and the Lancer's the best, the metal's the best, whatever your best is, it can fail. They failed before. USGI has failed, Lancers have failed, mag pulls have failed. They're an expendable item. That's why they don't cost that much, usually, depending on the caliber, because I'm looking into that 308 prices, and I see why people are saying that it's gatekeepers in the 308 world. But yeah, bring extra. Just bring extra. And make sure you bring enough. Don't sell yourself short by doing this. That's number 5. Don't sell yourself short. So if you think like, I only need 2, there's no way I'll need only 2. Not only should you bring an extra one, but if you think you'll only need 2, don't bring 1 and be like, I'll only need 1 because I'm one person and blah, blah, blah. Well, what if you want to practice a reload? You can't do that with 1 mag. Also, make sure you bring in different tools and stuff for malfunctions. Like, maybe you have a stuck case, or you might have a a squib load, and you like, man, I ain't got my rod, so now the whole range trip is canceled because I'm out of commission 2 mags in. You never know what can happen, so always try to be as prepared as you can possibly be for your range trips. Learn these lessons the hard way. Hopefully these helped you out in some way, shape, or form. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Stay tuned for more. We got more coming. And peace.